What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Baby Thug, and we back with another banger. Like always, remember, like, comment, subscribe. And today I got something a little different for you guys. I got the one and only Uncle Opey, also known as a Netflix actor. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, it's actually pronounced Opie, but
Oh,
it's all
okay.
good.
My bad.
It's all good, brother. I am your Uncle Opie. I am a Mormon. I am on probation, and I am addicted to Robitussin. I love y'all for real.
For sure. Now let's get into it because I see you do music, but you also do acting. So, what would you say your profession is?
Both actually. I've been a professional musician for over 25 years. I've been a professional actor since I was 12 years old. You know what I mean?
Okay, okay. So, let's get into your story then. So, where did it all start for Opie?
Probably. Hold on one second. With the acting, my first role ever was in the movie The Sandlot. If you ever seen that.
Really?
Yeah, that was my first one, and then right after that, I was in a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro called This Boy's Life. My
Okay.
first music I ever put out like professionally was probably when I was about 17 years old.
Really?
Yeah, just been going hard since then. You feel me?
I feel you. Now, I'd like to say this because I see you go serious when it comes to your movies and it comes to your music videos. You get the perfect production and everything going. So, how is it being an actor and a rapper in Ogden?
It's it's lonely. No, I'm just joking. There's not really a lot of I have a prediction that a lot of rappers and musicians will actually start turning to acting. It's just becoming more and more popular, but it's been fun, man. It's opened a lot of doors that I didn't really think that it would originally. You feel me?
I feel you. Now, you said you're a part of the Sandlot. Let's talk about that a little bit. How did that come upon?
The Sandlot. Have you ever seen that movie?
Yeah, I seen it.
Okay, cool. So it was filmed at Larnfar Swimming Pool here in Ogden, Larnfar Park. I actually did a video about this. If you guys go to my page, I explain all this, but check this out. So me and my sisters went to go swim at Larnfar Park, and they were just filming there already. So from there on, after that, like we were extras in the Sandlot, and then after that, I told my mom I wanted to get into acting and shit, and so that's what we did. And here I am.
Okay, okay. So, you
Oh,
said you
yeah.
worked with Leonardo DiCaprio. How was that?
So it was a film called This Boy's Life with Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro. It was pretty dope. It was all right. I didn't really get to talk to him much or anything, but that was when he was still younger, still fresh in the game, just coming out, you know?
I feel you. Now, I seen your song. It's called Fry Sauce. Am I right?
Hell yeah.
How what was the motivation for that song?
So fry sauce, obviously, everyone in Utah knows what fry sauce is. You feel me? So I wrote it because I had noticed that there weren't any other rap songs called fry sauce about Utah. I also got one called Dog Food that's about Ogden, and my newest right now that's a Utah anthem is called Moon Boots.
Okay, okay. So when it comes to you recording your music, do you have your own studio or how does it get done for you?
So I go to 801 Intention Studio, Gino Beats, Gino Green. Shout out Gino. He's my producer. We've had a working career relationship for over 30 years now, almost, man.
Okay. Okay. So when it comes to Utah in general, do you feel like it's harder to get out of the Utah bubble as an actor or maybe an artist?
So that's a good question. As a musician, it hasn't been as hard because everywhere you go, they're gonna be doing rap shows, hip hop shows, stuff like that. So it's just a matter of time or a matter of using your contacts and working for it. Just a lot of footwork to get shows out of state for as far as music wise. But acting, I've been in. I've been in Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, Montana, Idaho, and Washington, just filming. So it's like, but so in the film world, a lot of people, Utah has kind of its own filming community, and so they do things a little bit their own way. And so you go out of state and try to film anywhere else, and it's a completely different ballgame.
Yeah. Okay. So I see you're tied in and shit. Let's talk about your childhood growing up and everything. How was that?
It was good, man. What do you want to know?
I mean, because I know we both come from the same city, and I mean, you're older, so you're around where it was getting gangster a lot more. How were you able to steer from the streets and end up becoming a businessman?
So I did my dirt. I paid my dues. I did my time. I did all that. You know what I mean? I've been to prison 11 times, bro. And so it's not that I wasn't affected by it. It's just that I think now when people see me, it's like I don't really talk about it much because I just want to put that shit behind me. You feel me? A lot
Yeah,
of people that go through like, prison and gang shit that becomes their whole life and they don't really have a choice. That's what they have to do. And I just feel blessed that I wasn't, forced into a position where I had to do this shit for the rest of my life. You know what I mean?
I
That I
feel
was
you.
able to get out of it and make music my career and instead of, doing a bunch of dumb shit for the rest of my life. You feel me?
I feel you. I feel you. Now
Yeah.
I seen if I'm not mistaken, you're gonna be starring in the Fallout.
Oh, Fallout. Yeah, it's that's the new series for the video game coming out on Amazon this year. 2024 coming out in a few months. I was
Okay.
just an extra background. It was really dope, man. I didn't really when it first started when I was hired for the gig, I didn't know that that's what it was. They didn't really tell any of us. They wanted to keep it as secret as possible because there were so many leaks on the show. Uh some of us got cut short because they what am I trying to say? They started with a film crew in Utah, and about halfway through production, they got switched to the film crew in Nevada. Unfortunately, I was only able to film half of the first season, so I'm only in like 2 or 3 episodes, but it's gonna be dope, man.
Okay. Okay. Now, when it comes to trying to get into the music business or even trying to get into the movie business, how would somebody come upon that?
Man, so I've had this thing forever, right? It's like this. Ever since I started doing music professionally or just started just even had any attention on me, people will always come up to you and be like, "How do you get started?" Right? And
Yeah.
so it's like this, like with you, did you wait and go around to everybody and ask how to get started on a podcast, or did you like find out how to do it? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong, it's good to ask people questions and shit, but like it's like this, rapping, especially rap music. It's like if you hadn't started anywhere or tried to do anything, then it's asking somebody isn't going to give you that push. Do you get what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I'm not. Oh shit, you cut out.
My bad.
You're
Go ahead.
good, brother. You're good. I thought my Wi-Fi shut off.
No,
But don't get me
that was
wrong,
my
it's
fault.
don't get me wrong, it's good to get influences and answers from people who have done it before, but it's like, you get started in it, you can find inspiration anywhere to start writing music, you know what I mean? And I think that may be what holds a lot of people back is they're like, I haven't asked the right people or I haven't researched it enough. You just got to do it, bro. You know what I mean? It's just like anything else in the world. You just got to get at it. But as far as like finding, acting gigs and stuff like that, I got a YouTube channel dedicated to all that. You can hit me up at uh, youtube.com/ Jared Glenn Palmer. That's JaredGlenPalmer. But the biggest thing that I could even give you inspiration on is just look everywhere for acting gigs. Look, research it. Go online. There is a lot of good information. It's not one of those things that's like, you don't have to know the right people to do it. You can just research it. It'll be there, brother. You know what I mean?
Yep, I feel you. I feel
Hell
you on
yeah.
that one. And so this is what I was gonna ask. So, because like how you were saying earlier, when I was thinking about getting into this podcast thing, I was watching and everything. And at first, I wanted to get like a big ass studio, and I wanted to get it like a little bit more professional. But then I started seeing like all these big YouTubers and everything. They're not doing it like that. They're either doing it from their live at their house, or they're doing it like that. So that's kind of what made me be like, you know what? Let's just start it, and let's just start going live with everybody for sure.
Yeah, man, that's why I liked when you first started. Like I saw a bunch of episodes. You were in your car, you were just chilling anywhere, and I was like, that's how you do it, bro. Like, don't wait. That's the biggest. That is what I could tell anybody that's trying to come up. Don't wait for shit. Don't wait for people to tell you the right thing. Don't wait for, the right opportunity to come along, but just get out there any way you can think of. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you are
Yeah,
doing music, then just start writing, bro, and just hit up rappers and be like, bro, I got music. I want to rap. If you are trying to be an actor, get online. Just Google that shit. That's what I did. I just everywhere. Search on Facebook, search on Instagram, bro. It's just like the podcast shit. You know what I mean? And I
that's
give you hella
facts.
props, dog. You especially, because fucking I seen you come up and I was like, damn, this dude's doing everybody's shit. And just, I don't know, it's getting better and better. Even the fact that you got, I'm not gonna tell everybody what software we're using or anything, because I ain't trying to give away your secrets. But dude, this is professional as shit. I give you hella props, brother.
Thank you, thank you.
Hell yeah, hell
Yeah,
yeah.
and I was gonna ask you this because I see like you're doing your moves, you're doing all that. So what was probably your favorite gig?
Oh, as far as like music or acting?
It could be either or.
Oh man, my favorite acting gig. I always like doing student films. Actually, I've done a lot of stuff with the BYU film students, Weber State's film students, U of U, Southern Utah University. Bro, I always love helping students because they're a lot more passionate about their projects and they put a lot more into it. They got a lot of heart going on. It's not just they're not shooting a movie to sell it. They're making it because they really got something to say. And then as far as music, bro, I just love performing out of state. It always blows me away to go to like Idaho, Washington, Arizona, and rock a show and actually have people there know who we are, bro. It blows you away. It's the best feeling ever. You know what I mean?
That's for sure. That's for sure. Now, what would Uncle Opie say his biggest achievement is?
Oh shit. Probably just being alive this long, man. There's a lot of people that I came up with who aren't with us anymore, and I'm not trying to sound all cool like Tupac or something, but nah, man, for real, I didn't really realize that I would lose so many people. That so many people that I've seen trying to do the same shit that I'm doing, growing up with them and everything. Just how many people have lost their lives, how many people just their dreams died or they're just in prison for the rest of their life. The shit sucks, man. So I really do feel blessed every day to just be able to be out here, man, on the street and, be able to take care of my family and be able to chase this dream. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. I feel you. Because, like I said, like we come from the same city and shit, so shit does get grimy and it is tough because there's a lot of potential that came out of the city for a while and they either fell off or they ended up just, then that's
Yep.
just what it is and it's fucked up. But let's talk about that a little bit. What would be some survival strategies for like an artist or something trying to make it out of the city?
Oh shit, man. So I learned this way late in the game, and this is I would, if I could go back and restart, I would market my music specifically to people out of state. Like I would I would map it out. I'd be like, check like it okay. For example, here in Utah, you got all these social media sites. Like Facebook has a bunch of hip hop groups on it for, specific hip hop groups for Utah, for Salt Lake City. What I would do is I would pick a city, say like Washington, D.C., for example, go on Facebook, search for some rap hip hop groups in Washington, D.C., and just start spreading your music there. I would do it that way if I could start all over, because I feel like trying to rep the city and trying to, put on for the state, that's all good. And I'll never hate on that at all. But I feel like a lot of us don't reach out because a lot of people will tell themselves, well, you hear it all the time. They say nobody outside of Utah wants to hear anybody from Utah. And it's like, bro, that's you telling yourself that. Like, that's a limitation that people
Yeah.
give themselves. And it just kind of sucks. I wish I could go back and just market specifically to out of state, like everywhere outside of Utah.
That's true. I feel you on that one because even coming up in YouTube and shit, I had a lot of people being like, "Oh, he's from Utah, so it got to be full of Mormons and everything."
Yeah,
What's
dude.
your perspective on that?
Oh man, like I'll never hate on anyone for their religious beliefs, bro. Like that's a big deal to me, to respect that kind of stuff about people. However, it does get ingrained in Utah. Like I have the Mormon tattooed on my neck, and I never really gave it a second thought because I just do crazy shit in the rap game, bro. Like I've always been kind of wild, you know what I mean? And
Yep.
so I like to joke around. I like to be funny. Got the Mormon tattooed on my neck. Never really thought about like you know how the old people say, "Oh, if you get tattoos, you won't get a job." Blah blah blah. I didn't
Yeah.
really care. And then now, but when I started trying to act like as an adult, like when I was a kid, it was whatever. But now as an adult, I'm trying to present myself as a professional and shit. And I got the Mormon tattooed on my neck. You
I
feel me?
feel you on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And luckily, a lot of people that I've met who are LDS think it's funny, so that's good.
Yeah, that's for
Yeah,
sure, for sure. Yeah,
exactly.
because I would even say with your music, you kind of remind me of like an Eminem or like a Macklemore for sure. Because
Oh
you're
hell
you're
yeah!
really
Thank you.
like you're good with your, yeah, you're welcome. You're good with your shit. You're good with your wordplay. You don't sit there and use the same bars over and over again with each verse. You like to switch them up. So I mean, is it hard for you to find the certain lyrics that you use?
Oh man, excuse me. So
Yeah.
that's been a thing lately in life because of this. Uh, I think a lot of rappers will tell you this. After you've been, dude, I've made over probably 5,000 songs at this point, honestly. You know what I mean? And but
Yeah.
after you've done so many, writing so much, so many verses, and just you do absolutely every verse you will go back and be like, did I write this before? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because once you get into a certain style of rapping and shit, it's hard not to say the same things again. And it's like, fuck, you know what I mean? How
Yeah.
many times, how many different ways can I say that I used to do drugs? Or how many different ways can I say that I used to, I don't know, used to sell drugs, whatever. You get what I mean? Because it's
Yeah. I
like,
feel you. I feel you.
because we end up talking about the same things over and over again as rappers just because that's our life. You know what I mean? We're trying to put our life on display. It's like you got to say the same shit over and over again sometimes. So after how many words in the dictionary are there, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like eventually you're going to
Exactly.
say the same shit, I think. I don't know.
I feel you on that, and I feel you. Now, I was gonna say, I seen a post that you had made saying that you were close to signing a big deal, but they wanted you to stop making Utah music. How was your feel on that one?
Oh man, that was so Jesus Christ. I've been told that before. Like this is the biggest thing to me is I don't anymore. Like at this point in my career, in my life, I won't go out looking for like a record deal. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm comfortable with what I'm doing. I'm successful in a way that generates enough money and recognition for me to keep going and be happy about it. So I'm not really shooting for the top anymore. And so it's just funny when people will like labels will reach out to you and they'll be like, "Hey man, really love your shit." They'll send you like all these stipulations, right? Like you can't do this, you can't, and they don't come out and say it like that. They just say we would prefer if you avoided using words like this or phrases like this. And I'm just like, bro, like I'm never gonna not rap about Utah and Ogden. Like that's literally all I've ever done. That's what got me here. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's what I would say to any other artist too, trying to come up is like, I don't know. Well, there are ways to do it. But I would never, if you're a real artist and you're actually trying to express yourself, bro, don't chase none of that record label shit. It will come. If you're saying the right things and you're actually working on your craft and making yourself better, people will recognize it. It may not be today or tomorrow, it may take forever, but they will fucking see it. And it's organic. Listen, 10 real fans is better than 1,000 bots, bro. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true, because you can go on No Jumper posts, you can go to their comment sections. You'll probably have about 20 real people, and the rest are just all bots. So
All
I feel
bots,
you
dude.
on that
Crazy.
for
It's
sure.
crazy.
Because yeah, that's for sure. Now, for anybody that wants to work with you or anything, how would they be able to find you?
Oh man, you can find me anywhere under Uncle Opey. That's Uncle OPEY or Opie Taylor. OPEYTAILOR. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, everywhere. I run a podcast called You're Not Gonna Like This. I run another podcast called This Week for Content. I run a label called Black Shirt. I run a media company called Black Shirt Brutal Broadcast. You find me anywhere, anytime. And I'm down to work with anybody, brother, for real. So anybody watching this, reach out, bro. I'm serious. Check out my shit. I'm not what you think I am. No, I'm just joking.
I
You know,
feel you. Now
I
let's
got
talk
some
about your
serious shit.
podcast you're starting. How
Say
did
what,
that
brother?
come upon? I said, let's talk about your podcast you're starting. How did that come upon?
So we've had an interview show for about 10 years now called Black Shirt Brutal Broadcast. And we started doing that just because we were opening for a lot of big name rappers at the time. And we didn't want to miss some kind of video footage of it. And And it's weird to just walk up to like a touring act and just start recording them while you're talking to them. So we would be like, "Hey, can we interview you?" And then we would just interview every touring act that came through, not even if we were with them or not. And so it started from just having a phone sitting outside the venue, just asking them questions, to now we got our own location. We're working on our own Roku channel. It's sick, bro. It's gonna be dope.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Because there's not a lot of people from Utah that are actually as successful as you are when it comes to the music game and the acting industry, for sure. So I'd say you're one of the most successful ones, for sure. And I've seen some of your content already from some of your podcasts, and you guys be talking about the main topics and everything. So I mean, you don't ever think like, damn, maybe this topic's too hot to touch on, or are you guys just touching on anything?
So do you know who Eric Andre is?
No, I actually don't.
All right. So I've always wanted to be like a talk show host, or like something on the news where I could talk a lot. I just wanted to be my face on TV where I could talk. So I always wanted to be like a talk show host. I liked Eric Andre when he first came out because it's like a podcast, but what am I trying to say? His guests get pranked. He beats the shit out of them. He like starts them on fire. He's amazing, dude. And so I wanted to do that in the beginning, but we kind of shied away from it just because I was like, if I want more people to watch this, I gotta keep like my what am I trying to say? I don't want to touch on every subject just because I want more people to watch it. You get what I'm saying? And
Yeah, for sure.
I will touch on subjects, but I won't go as deep as like my opinion or try to make it look bad. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
If I'm going to present something, I just want to tell the facts about it, kind of like a news correspondent, kind of. You know what I mean?
That's facts. Now, first and foremost, shout out my boy Food and Felons, man. We got him in the comments real quick. Shout out my boy Food and Felons, and shout out Brenda.
Food Felons.
Yep, that's one of the best food review channels coming out of California itself. If you guys ever looking for any recommendations throughout California, Vegas, go hit my boy Food and Felons up and see what he got going. Now, look, let's get back to the interview, man, because this is getting really interesting as shit. So, what can we see coming from Uncle Opie in about 5 years or something? What's the plan?
All right. My plan, honestly, so with the acting career, I'm trying to join the Actors Union. It's called SAG. It's called the Screen Actors Guild. And if you want to become like the ultimate professional and actually be Hollywood, that's what you do. And I am SAG eligible as far as now. I have enough acting credits to actually achieve that. It's just once you sign that, you can't go back. I can't if I actually go and join the Actors Union, I can't do like student films, independent films, anything like that. So I'm trying to get as many projects under my belt in the next 5 years film wise until I'm able to go and join the union and never look back, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And as far as the music, bro, I'm just trying to keep going, bro. I'm trying to party until I can't anymore. That's what it's all about, trying to bring the community together, trying to have a good time, and just show everybody what we're about. You feel me?
I feel you. Now, when it comes to acting and everything, you said you have acting credits and everything. So did you have to go to school at all for any of your acting?
So there is acting classes in school, and honestly, I wish I would have went to them. Like if you are able to go to college, which I was not, there is professional acting classes here in Utah that you can take, or you can leave and get grants and go to UCLA, stuff like that. But I have gone to, what am I trying to say? So you never stop going to acting classes ever as an actor. You will never stop going to acting classes because there's always something more to learn. For example, like if I've been hired as a lead role for a film, and they have sent me to specific acting classes because of the way the film is going to be. You get what I'm saying? Like you have to go learn how to do. For the film that it was, I can't tell you the name because I've signed a non-disclosure agreement. But for the film that it was about domestic violence, and I had to go to a domestic violence acting class to learn how to actually, portray a domestic violence type person. You see what I mean? And so it'll never end. But the credits actually come from being on set, on screen. That's the whole thing. Like if you get your name in the credits of a film, that's actors credits. But it has to be a union accredited film. Like it's got to be a Hollywood film. So the stuff that I did for the Discovery Channel and Paramount and Amazon are like where all of my acting credits come from to become part of the union.
Okay, okay. So shit, this is something I ask my guests all the time when they come on. It's a big question. If Uncle Opie had a big enough bag, what's something you would do for your community, if not just the youth?
For the community, bro. So about 75 to 80% of every penny that Black Shirt, that's my company, that we have ever made from any kind of music has always gone to charity. Back in the day, anybody watching, if you remember the shows we used to do nonstop clothing drives, we would donate to the Christmas Box of Ogden, St. Anne's, the Rescue Mission. I've tried from the jump. That was the entire point with even doing shows to begin with. The only reason I ever started hosting events was to make money for charity for our community. I don't care about performing and like getting recognition for it. Literally a majority of all of the money that we have ever made has gone to charity, and it will continue to. So if I did have a big enough bag, what I would do is I would develop more. What am I trying to say? You know the Marshall White Center?
Yep.
I would have restored that a long time ago if I had the money to do it. I would actually make more buildings. You know what I'm saying? Like it would be like a chain. There would be one up on Harrison, one on Monroe, one downtown, everywhere you could. And I would have more homeless youth shelters. There is one in Ogden, and I always forget their name, but shout out, I think it's Youth something.
Youth Futures. It's the one right there by Washington, right?
Yeah, you know where I'm talking about. Exactly, bro. Yeah. So when I was a kid, I wish there was more of that. I would do more for the children is what I'm saying.
I feel you. So what you could say is Uncle Opie and his brand is basically, it's not about himself. It's for the community.
Right. We're a philanthropist humanitarian group, actually.
For sure. I feel you on that one. I feel you on that one. Because there's not really a lot for the youth to do, especially during the summer. I mean, we have our free lunches. We got Marshall White. But yeah, I feel you on that one for sure.
Hell yeah, man.
Exactly. So, I mean, shit. Is there anybody you would like to give a shout out to?
I want to shout out 5150, my brother Steve Adams. Let's see. Gray Zach, my boy Prince DeRez, everybody on Black Shirt Brutal Broadcast, my manager, my fucking agent, David Lane, my artist, Hank Barrett. Love you guys, man.
Okay. Now I see when you guys be doing your shows in like the Ogden bars and everything, they be packed. So did you ever have I mean, you're an actor and everything, but were you ever stage fright?
Oh man, no. I thought that I had the first show that I ever did was with 801 Intentions at Cinco de Mayo in like 1999 or like 2000 or 2001 or some shit. And they were all nervous because it was their first show too. And I was just like, man, I don't feel like the stage fright. I don't feel the rush. And so for the longest time, I thought I was a sociopath.
Yeah. I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. I mean, that's crazy because even for me to do these interviews, sometimes I'll be getting camera shy out of nowhere. I feel you on that one for sure.
But I feel that, bro. So like sometimes I'll go to an audition or something but the film shit is way different. I get nervous all the fucking time, bro. Like
really,
first audition for the first year that I went out and started auditioning, bro, I didn't get shit just because I was so fucking nervous all the time, talking to trying to memorize these lines and talking to these big Hollywood producers and shit. But now, dude, I can do anything now. It's fucking amazing.
Hell yeah, that's what's up. Now, for people that don't know Uncle Opie or anything, what would you tell them?
My name is Uncle Opie. I am your Uncle Opie. I am a Mormon. I am on probation, and I am addicted to Robitussin, and I love y'all for real. I run a company called Black Shirt. We are a humanitarian philanthropist group. Everything that we do goes donated towards charity. Come see our events, man. You'd love it. I promise. Our music is awesome. You're going to fucking love it.
For sure. Now let's talk about your saying that you always say. How did that come upon? How'd you do? Yeah.
So I've been saying that for like 20 years now, and it's just because it's all Utah shit. So I say, I am your Uncle Opie. I am a Mormon. I am on probation. The reason I say that is because everyone is on probation in Utah, either one time or another. And then I say, I am addicted to Robitussin because back in the day, it used to be like a a thing that they said about people in Utah was that they were all addicted to cough medicine and shit.
Okay, okay. And that
Yeah,
was like during the lean era when we had a lot of
yeah,
gay
yeah,
artists out here, huh?
yeah. Yeah.
Yep. I feel you
Robo
on that one.
tripping.
I feel you on that one. Now, look, I don't want to take up much more of your time. I feel like we covered most of the basics. So, for anybody trying to reach out to Uncle Opie, go ahead and drop your Instagram. Tell them how to reach out to you. Tell them the films you've been in, and let them know that you're not a joke and that you're really serious when it comes to this acting.
Hell yeah, brother. So, and I wanted to, hey, thank you for having me on, bro. I'm gonna have you on our fucking podcast. I'll invite you over too. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah,
Hell yeah.
I'm down. I'm down for
Fuck
sure.
yeah. So I am your Uncle Opie. You can catch us on June 19th at Funkin' Dive. Shout out Brandon Bredman. You can catch us February 7th at the Gym in Idaho Falls. Shout out Grim Dickens. We'll be opening for Mac Lethal and Gorilla Nems. And then on February 24th, everybody come down to Funkin' Dive here in Ogden. That's my music video shoot for Moon Boots. As far as film projects coming out, we got Fallout. I got The Riddle that I was in. It was a DC Batman film. I got a True Moo commercial that just came out. Look out for that one. We got one coming out the 11th of this month. It's a commercial I was in for the Underground Railroad of Utah for anti-human trafficking. It's a really big project. It's going to be amazing.
All right, bet. Well, you guys heard it from the horse's mouth, man. I appreciate having you on the podcast, and I hope we can work more. So I'm not going to take up any more of your time, man. Have a good night.
You too, brother. Thank you so much, man.
Yep.
Love y'all for real.
Yep. Now, look, man, that was another banger off of the Trap Island Records podcast, man, with your boy, Baby Thugger. First and foremost, man, shout out Uncle Opie, shout out Food and Felons, shout out Brenda, man. Everybody that's been showing love to the podcast, man, much love. Shout out to my boy 600 too for that interview yesterday, man. We ran it up and we're doing our thing, man. There's going to be a lot more bigger things coming on. Y'all stay tuned, bro. I got a lot coming. It's your boy, Baby Thugger. I'm out.